Hello friends, welcome to ASP.NET tutorial. In this video we will see how to enable tracing, and once you enable tracing you can easily see how the ASP.NET page lifecycle is going on. In the page directive part of the ASP file, we can add a flag to enable the tracing. So it's a simple flag, and you can see that here trace equal to true. So just by setting this in the page directory, we are stating that we enabled tracing. Once a tracing is enabled, just like this, browsing the page will produce trace in the browser. Trace in the sense it will show in what order the server-side functions are called. That will be helpful for you to know where to place your C# code, and in what situation the code will called, or in what page lifecycle event the code will get called. All the stuff you can visualize by enabling the tracing. This trace information is useful to know in what order server-side functions as well as events are invoked. For example, in the previous video we added a page load event handler, right? And here in the trace you can see when that page load event will get called. Is there any other function before that? All those stuff you can see in the trace. Let's enable tracing and explore the server-side events and in what order these events are called. Alright, now let's go to the demo. So let's take our previous example, and here we will place trace equal to true, and we will save the content. Now we will go to IIS server, refresh it, then browse the project. And if you see, this time since a trace is enabled, the browser is providing the trace information. So this is the initial request, right? We are trying to browse the specific file, so it is a get request. And if you post something, then the type will change as post. So let's reload the page, or we will copy this or cut this, open a new browser session, and you can see the get request here. So now it got changed as a post, right? So here you can see the trace information, and this is the page events, and you can see in what order the page events are called, right? Page pre-init, I mean begin pre-init, end pre-init. So if you place some code and you know that this is the first lifecycle event, so during this time you can't even access your control. So here begin load and end load. So this is the page load event, and you can see in what sequence it get called. So if you want to do something during the load complete, you can do that also using the load complete event. And in the bottom you can see the control tree. So there are literal control and there are some HTML control. You can see all this stuff here, and by looking at the unique ID you can see txt name and btn save. So these are all the controls we marked with a specific ID. So this is the my form, right? My form control, and my form contains all these other controls. So this trace information will be useful to know in which order the events are raised and where you want to place your code. You can see there is a post bike events also, which we will learn in the coming videos. So the trace information is useful to know the page lifecycle as well as how the ASP server is generating the HTML control by reading the server side notation ASP column. So this is the message header from HTML, and all other information you can explore yourself. So as you saw here, enabling the tracing is simple. Just place trace equal to true in the page directive, and trace will get enabled for that specific file. So useful when you want to debug something, and once you are done with your debug, turn off that tracing, because your user may not like all this information. All your user wants is the specific control, the label and other user navigable elements. So that's what user want to see. They don't want to see all these unnecessary information. So these informations are for developers. So just now you saw the demo. Thank you for watching. Bye.